Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our playthrough on the dedicated server hosted by the wonderful DDG, or Drunken Dragon Gaming. Going to be joining him in his stream today and in his chat. Link to his channel down in the description below of this video, along with him and others on my main YouTube page underneath the friendly content creator section. So if you get the chance, definitely check them out. Maybe we're going to be joining him probably on his rocket fuel factory that he's wanting to build today. Probably be joining him on that, maybe building some more rail and stuff like that. I did do some more building on the nuclear pasta factory in between episodes. Don't really get a whole lot of time these days, but I managed to get a little bit more done, so here we are. This is the nuclear pasta factory. It's not complete yet, of course, but yeah, so basically my idea is starting to come to fruition, which is the circular ring around the centerpiece, which is the centerpiece is where the actual factory is going to be. But this centerpiece holds our train line with all the glass floors and all that stuff, so everything's looking pretty good, actually. Everything fits in here quite well as well. And down below us, we've got some more. So the blueprint down below is slightly different than the blueprint above. This is just because copying stuff upside down is pretty damn difficult when you've got a lot of pieces. But I tried my best. And at least these pieces here, these blueprints here with the lights, those are exactly the same on top and bottom. So it completes the shape. But if you actually look really closely, this side is... it is slightly, but it's actually slightly built better than the top. But yeah, it's got a little bit more gap here in the middle, which doesn't really matter. All the stuff's being supported up there. So, yep, still above the void. And look how good this looks on the center. It looks really, really good, and I'm really liking it so far. So, yeah, we'll work on that some more later probably, but not this episode. We're probably going to be helping him out, like I said, building more rail stuff and helping him out with the rocket fuel factory that he's going to be making. So yeah, let's go ahead and join him in chat and see what kind of trouble we can get up to. Hello there.
Now hey, what's up, buddy? Now once we have this set up here, then we'll be able to turn on the plastic and rubber that we set up last week. Yeah, this build's a little bit bigger than I was anticipating. Looking at what we're going to need, Tundra. Tundra's trying to make himself dizzy.
He's going down the spiral.
He's going down the drain.
I tried to go right, but it lagged.
Ah, he came by to wave and then left.
Well, I did get all the rails done down here, so
Very nice.
you can see the bridge is no longer a magic bridge.
Yep. Looks awesome. Yeah, that looks absolutely epic. So, making rocket fuel. Rocket fuel is going to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I figured you want to go over to where you needed some of those other resources and go build it over there.
Yeah, that's what I planned on. I'm actually going to go right in between the sulfur and the charcoal. Or the sulfur and the coal. That's what I was looking at.
I've already got a rail started to go over there.
So, basically, the worst part is that where that SAM node is, I'm thinking that might actually be right in the perfect spot for building this.
It's an Ampere node.
So give myself a little ping so I can see where I'm going. It's only 390 meters, so I mean, it's not far.
No. But terrain is far, so going up quite a ways.
Yeah, see, we literally just come right here. Nitrous is over there.
Man, there's a huge flat spot right there. Huge open area. And it's all flat. Clear out the gas there at the fart rocks and
Getting the Mercer sphere to stop talking to me.
there's actually quite a few
Alright.
of them in this area.
So now come up here.
Yeah, what do you think of this big old flat spot though?
Let me see. I'm trying to see where you're at. So I got myself up high enough that I can look down. I don't think that's going to be big enough. I mean, it could work. But I don't think it's going to be big enough.
Well, how
The
big?
reason I say that is because, well, here's the thing: we got 2,400 heavy oil residue coming out.
Right.
Now I need to use all of it.
Okay. All for rocket fuel, right?
Well, yes. The trick here is that it has to be turned into turbo fuel first.
Yeah.
And the turbo fuel is going to require compacted coal. That's why I was looking at this spot here in between the coal and the sulfur, because I've got coal and sulfur right here, so we can make that here. Now, the rocket fuel also requires nitric acid, and that requires iron.
What about two-step factory then?
I think it's going to have to be.
Do two factories. Like they'll be right next to each other, but
I think they're going to have to, because
yeah, like you work on one and I work on the other.
Okay.
Could do that.
Well, so here's the thing: the rocket fuel, that takes the turbo fuel and nitric acid. The output of it gives us rocket fuel, and it outputs compacted coal. So we'll need to run the compacted coal back into the system.
Oh, well, it's not a liquid, so it won't be as challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, actually, I don't know. It might be a little more challenging because you can't control input when it comes to merging. So you'd have to use all of that compact coal coming out, or have it to where it overflows to a sink.
Right.
Something like that.
So now I'm looking at overclocking these things.
Oh yeah.
Because, less machines.
Because we get rocket fuel and then put those drones on rocket fuel.
So
be insane.
All right, so that will produce 25 compacted coal per minute. That's with 150 turbo fuel per minute. And then we sloop it, and that'll give us 500 rocket fuel per minute with 50 compacted coal per minute. What does the turbo fuel want? I'm going with the regular, just turbo heavy fuel. I think that's going to be our best choice, because I've already got the heavy oil residue. I did look at the turbo blend fuel to do it with the blender, but then that requires sulfur and petroleum coke.
When petroleum coke's just
heavy oil residue.
Right. But would it be worth doing it that way? Would you make more fuel doing it that way than doing it normally?
I don't think you make enough more for it to really matter, because with the turbo heavy fuel, I mean, your standards on them, the turbo heavy fuel is 30 per minute, whereas the turbo blend fuel is 45 per minute.
Right. I was just like, well, would you use less heavy oil going the other route? So then you would make more fuel technically.
Right. I mean, that's an option.
That's a lot of math.
And yes. Oh, and to top it off, to do the turbo blend, you're gonna have to take some of the residual You'll have to take the residual stuff and also turn it into fuel, regular fuel, and then you mix the regular fuel with the heavy oil, with the sulfur, with the petroleum coke to get your turbo fuel.
Sounds complicated.
And that's why I think I'm just going to go with the turbo heavy fuel, which is just heavy oil residue and compacted coal.
Okay.
The question is, how much compacted coal per minute do I need? Up that to 250. All right, so 1 turbo heavy fuel. So 1 refinery making it. That's going to produce 75 turbo fuel. I'm not really worried about how much I'm outputting. I'm worried about input. So 93.75 per minute. We've got 2,400 coming in. So that's going to have to be, oh God, how many machines? 93.75. $25.6 refineries.
Is that at normal clock or?
That's overclocked. Now that's not slooped. That's just overclocked. That's with it being fully overclocked. 25.6. Can you sloop a fuel generator? You cannot sloop a fuel generator. However, you can sloop the fuel generator, which then will let you feed more fuel generators.
Nice contradiction.
You can sloop your refinery that's making the fuel, so that'll double your fuel output, and that'll let you double the number of fuel generators you can run off of it.
Yep. However, if you've got an unlimited number of summer sloops, just start slamming down those boosters. Slam down 100 boosters, and you'll be good. Because they do stack. The 10% boost does stack.
That's 25.6. Now.
Okay, I'm in.
Now back to this. Back to the turbo fuel. Overclock it. $75 per minute. Shit, I'm losing my numbers.
Oh, and since you've got the unlimited number of sloops, just sloop everything. Oh, good. The amount of power.
Well, I'd say be careful slooping everything because some things have an additional output. Make sure you know what you're going to do. Make sure you know what you're going to do with the extra output.
Does the slooping increase power usage? I know the sharding does.
Yeah, and it's not a linear growth either. It's much more than that.
Oh.
It goes crazy.
it's a variable growth with the sloop, and I think it all depends on how many sloops you have to use the machine, and it also depends on the recipe.
Yep. Yeah, it's very crazy. Like what was that one manufacturer using? Like it was like 1,000 something megawatts.
Yeah.
Freaking insane. When the standard is like 150.
And then I gotta make all the fuel generators that we're gonna run the rocket fuel into.
I think we should also.
It's gotta have somewhere to go.
Yeah, I think we should also package some of it and kind of turn this into like a depot for like the drones. Just having drones running on rocket fuel.
Yep. Yeah, I actually planned on doing some packaging.
Okay. Well, if you're cool with me building one part of the factory, I'll let you pick which one you want us to do on. And now that I've got the numbers, I can do the other side of it.
I guess I'll try working on the compacted coal. So I'm standing over here. And then I've still got. We're also going to need to run the nitrous in to do the nitrous oxide.
Nitrogen gas, or nitric acid. There we go.
Yeah, nitric acid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna need. Well, there's plenty of iron down here, so.
Exactly. That's why I wasn't worried about having to train anything in on this. We've got everything we need right here.
Yeah. But I am gonna hook up a train though, because we can.
Oh yeah.
We can export that.
Gotta have something that's gonna pick up the rocket fuel.
Oh yeah.
Too bad if we can't get the train to run on rocket fuel.
That would be nice. But sadly, they're not combustion engine. They are electric.
You know, imagine the number of G's of force you'd have riding in that train.
Yeah, be like a bullet train. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be riding on top of it. You'd be feeling your face peeling off your skull.
Yeah, honestly, that would be really cool as an alternate. Like you could have like that. Say like the monorail trains are like the top tier because they run on electricity, but you start out with just normal fuel trains. Start out with coal, running them on coal, and then moving up. Run them on rocket fuel.
That heads out into the abyss.
Oh, has anybody been here? Didn't even think to look at this.
What's that?
There's a hard drive here somewhere.
I think I got the hard drive that was over here.
Well, there's a bunch of parts, so nope, nobody's been in here yet. Circuit boards. Need that hard drive, and we'll upload it. Are you scanning anything at the moment?
Not at the moment. And I think I do have a MAM down there at the refineries.
I got one started.
I'm just trying to decide on where to put the foundation down at. Oh yeah, I see the hard drive.
There's also a decent amount in this area as well, hard drives and stuff.
So we've got this. You've got that flat space down there, but that's just not going to be big enough.
No, I mean like what I was saying earlier was that the part of the factory you build it, part of it up there, and I build part of it down here.
I got you. Okay.
Because
can you glitch the hard drives? I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, there you go.
But honestly, they're infinite anyways, so I don't see why you would, unless you don't want to spend the tickets. But I'm not gonna say any way or another using tickets or doing that with tickets. Yeah, you can do it on anything. Anything that's an item that you can put in your pocket can be duplicated.
All right, get that out of the way.
I'm put mine on. It's gonna be tall enough. And go one higher.
Alright, where's the sulfur at? I think the sulfur's up there with all the fart rocks.
That would make sense. There's some interesting background music in this area. It's kind of like a slow synth wave going on.
Yeah. All right. Sulfur is right up there. Yep, there's all 3 sulfurs. Normal. Question is, am I going to be able to make enough? Impure. Pure.
You can only hope.
All right.
There's 2 alternates for compact coal that we don't even have.
Yeah, and I was wondering if maybe those are ones that are going to show up in Phase 5.
Maybe. I thought there was a, it might have been compact coal, but I'm not sure. There was like an alternate recipe that's the exact same recipe, but it's better. It uses the less of the same materials.
Oh, okay.
Man,
yeah, I think I remember that from our last playthrough.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time, though. I think it might have been compact coal. But... He's just like, oh, okay. It's alright.
Hey, Ashes. Knucklehead says he loves the so knowledgeable Tundra and the super efficient DDG. It says he's going through a Satisfactory fix right now. The 2 of us are the ones to ask about any problems he has in the game.
Hey, happy to help, though.
Alright, where's the coal?
Yeah, I'm part of a Discord server. There's a lot of knowledgeable Satisfactory players on there.
Alright, all the coal is normal. So, I'm getting 600 per minute out of that. 600 plus 780. That's 1380. 1380 plus another 300. 1680. And how much compacted coal per minute did we say we needed?
1600.
Okay. Boy, I can just barely make that.
As long as you can make it.
Yep. Alright, so let's put the factory right over here. Come back here.
That black donut is crazy.
That's funny. Yeah, that's the nuclear pasta factory. It's not finished, but it's gonna.
Being that it looks like an inductor ring, it should be for the electromagnetic bars or rods or whatever.
Yeah, but the machines to make electromagnetic control rods are not grand. Not like the nuclear pasta factory. Or the particle accelerator. Yeah. Factory's gonna be grand though when it's just done. Just has train stations in it right now.
Is 20 turbo motors going to be enough, or we want some more digits?
I'm not sure.
Let's see. I'm looking at 4. Thermal propulsion rockets.
That looks like the only thing that uses them, at least that we have.
250%. We'll overclock that. So one manufacturer fully overclocked uses 2.5 turbo motors, 6.25 modular engines, 7.5 cooling systems.
Okay, so if we go for 25 per minute, that'll take care of 10 manufacturers.
25 per minute. Oh, I can't.
Well, he was asking for, you know, the amount of stuff that he was making.
Yeah. Well, let's see as well. We just need to look at turbo. Making 25 turbo motors per minute.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting to him. Because you
That's
said 2.5. You said 2.5 per minute overclocked.
Yeah, but that is a lot of other stuff.
Not really.
Well, 7.5 cooling, or no, depending on which one you're going for. Turbo motor.
The main. The others look a little painful.
Yeah, the other one's pressure conversion cubes and motors.
Okay, these we can just walk through. So
Yeah, but you said how many motors you're producing as well. And then more rubber. Gotta be careful with that. Because we need cooling systems for both turbo motors and thermal propulsion rockets, so you can't use up all the cooling systems for just turbo motors.
gotta stop there.
Looks like my big use. If I went for 25, so that's 6 machines fully overclocked would give us 28. And that looks like the big use would be roughly 600 rubber.
Oh, that's an interesting foundation you're building down there.
Yeah, this is a 2-step foundation, technically. I'm using frame foundations for the main thickness and then using 2-meter foundations to get this really nice kind of framed look underneath.
Okay, yeah, I like it. No worries, bud. How far away am I from the coal? I'm still a very good distance. We're gonna have to belt that stuff over here.
And also, since there's only going to be one train station on this platform, I'm going to go a little crazy.
We're gonna bring the belt through under here.
Yeah, now you got to do all your math again because I derailed.
Yep.
Forgive the pun. Derailed.
Alright, so each of these need 25 per minute of coal and sulfur. You needed 1600 and what per minute
For
for the turbo fuel?
turbo fuel is 1600 compacted coal.
Okay. So I need 32 assemblers if I do it this way. And that's going to need 800 coal and 800 sulfur per minute. Well, that'll be the way to go, because otherwise I'll have to build 64 assemblers. Geez, 64 assemblers, that would be massive.
Mm-hmm.
The belt only handles 780. It's 20 shy of what we need. So I guess we'll split half and half, do 400 down one line, 400 down another. So that'll be 16 machines get fed by one belt, and then 16 machines get fed by a second belt. So, all right.
And you're probably not going to want to do any alternate rocket fuels, right?
I don't think there are any alternate rocket
There
fuels.
is. We just got one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nitro rocket fuel.
What's the recipe?
It doesn't take turbo fuel. It takes regular fuel, nitrogen gas, sulfur, and coal.
Wait. And it produces how much per minute?
150.
Oh, go ahead and unlock that one.
Okay. Can I select it, please? There it is. Select reward. There we go. Oh, and also for Mr. Viper over there, there is a turbo electric motor recipe here. If we wanted to unlock that.
Overclock.
That requires the control rods. Do we have those?
We do not.
Yeah, so I mean, it does twice as many per minute as what the base recipe does, but it needs the control rods that we don't have. And it needs a lot more of the radio control units.
Ooh.
And a lot more motors and a bunch of rotors. So it's taking more input.
So Thunder, yeah, actually, let's go with that recipe you just unlocked, because I haven't built anything up here yet for the compacted coal.
Okay.
And that looks like a much more efficient build. Now, granted, what I'll do is I'll still run the heavy oil residue up here, and I'll put down refineries to make fuel out of the heavy oil residue.
Let me switch over to the nitro fuel.
Heavy oil residue. All right, so that's 150.
Oh yeah, I need to add. It's residual.
16 refineries exactly.
Oh, nice.
16 refineries exactly.
And it's residual fuel, isn't it? Isn't that what it's called? Because you're using heavy oil to fuel, right?
Yeah, it's just heavy oil to fuel. No, nothing else. And it's literally just heavy oil turns into fuel.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure I get the correct recipe here.
Yeah, we've got water down there, so yeah, sure, we can do the diluted fuel. I don't think you need that much fuel.
Wait, what?
You got residual fuel, and then there's diluted fuel. Diluted fuel also is just heavy oil, but it also requires water.
Right.
And it makes 100 fuel per minute just basic in the blender. And so if we overclock that, 250, that makes it 250 per minute, and then we sloop it, and that'll be,
Was that the one you want to go with then, or?
hold on, I'm calculating here. That'll be 500 fuel per minute for you. But I need 250 water per minute per machine.
Oh, that's a lot.
Right?
The residual feels easier.
Who's going to be the
and
plumber for that?
then N 2400 divided by 125. That doesn't even divide nicely. It divides into 19.2 blenders. But then, you'd have 19 times 500. You'd have 9,500 fuel per minute coming out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I'd sloop them all.
Oh.
Output would be 250. And then sloop makes it 500.
Yeah, but the amount of sulfur and coal, you'd have to up the inputs on those to be able to.
I don't need sulfur and coal for my fuel.
No, but we'd have to up the amount of sulfur and coal coming in because we'd have to end up using all of that fuel somehow.
Right. And that's where the rub would be, because it'd be like,
yeah, it's just like
yeah.
producing 9,500 fuel, but I don't have 9,500 sulfur. Because right now, currently with the residual fuel, I need 2,100 sulfur and 1,066 coal.
Okay, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, that's because of the nitro rocket fuel.
I can't. Well, the thing is, I can't get you the sulfur.
Yeah, there's not enough in this area, is there?
Well, there is. The problem is our belt speed. The belt speed's stopping me from getting you what you need.
So, was it 780 plus 600 plus 300?
Yeah, so you get 1680 is where I'm maxed out on the sulfur over here.
Okay.
Until we get the upgraded belts, and then you'll get your 1200, and that'll get you your amount that you need. Now, as far as the coal goes, I've got 4 of them, and they're all going to be producing 600. So that gives you 2,400 coal.
Yep. Too bad it wasn't the other way around, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Been a little easier.
Try to double check. There is a sulfur. There's a pure sulfur in the to the upper right of us.
That's really far away, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And plus, it's got nitrogen gas there. It's also got either iron. It's got a pure coal and a pure sulfur. I mean, it's like that spot there was designed for making nitric acid.
Yeah, that's all the way on the edge of the swamp biome. That's really... It's a decent ways away.
All right, then I've got another sulfur down at the bottom right, which is still a long ways away, but it's down at the bottom of the grasslands.
The impure one?
Yep. That'd be the only other one that I could drag up here to get you the sulfur that you need.
It's either that or we build it as if we have the 1,200 belts and then just...
Sure.
Yeah, we can do a little bit of messing around.
Okay. We can do some tweaking.
Alright, so residual fuel then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Residual fuel, yep, that's so yeah, okay, heavy oil residue. Alright, so we're gonna be producing less rocket fuel then with the nitro.
Really?
Yeah. To produce the same amount, we would need 800 extra heavy oil residue somehow.
Wow. That's okay. I mean, we can always, come out here and redo things later.
Let's go. What would we say? 2600? Let's try 2600. No, still too much. 2400?
2,400.
Yep.
I've got 2,400 heavy oil residue right now.
Okay. Yep. 24. Yeah. It's actually it's 1-to-1 heavy oil residue to rocket fuel, so it's perfect. And then that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll be making 1600 fuel.
Oh, wait. Because of what I was going to be doing, though, because I'm going to sloop it, you're going to get 3,200 fuel.
Oh, so yeah, then that would drop our sulfur amount as well. Because you're going to be slipping it. Wait. How much did you say fuel?
Should be 3,200 fuel. Because.
But we can't use it though. Even with 3,200 rocket fuel, I still can't use all that fuel.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because of the sulfur. The sulfur amount. That's what's stopping it.
So we're choking on the sulfur. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, it does stink.
So should we reduce it then? Back down to 2,400? It makes the math all nice.
Well, I mean, it'll be 1,600. It'll be 1,600 fuel that I'll be making.
Yep. 800 coal, 1,600 sulfur.
Which that's doable with what we've got right now.
Yep. And that makes it easy. So. All right.
Since
we've got our numbers then.
Fine, I won't sloop it.
Not yet.
But did you leave enough space to put down fuel generators to use the rocket fuel?
I should have enough space.
Because we're going to need a bunch of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be overclocking the blenders, so it won't be.
Okay.
More than likely. We'll see what happens, see how much space I end up, because I do have a lot of space down here. May not look like it from up there, but I'm putting down the foundations, and I'm like, holy crap, I have a lot of foundations
Well, I'm thinking about the amount of foundation we have to do the turbo fuel fuel generator factory that we did.
Yeah, but it's pretty small compared to having to have all of the generators down itself.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to need even less rocket fuel than it did turbo fuel to fuel the fuel generators.
We'll see.
Hey, I kind of wish, and I understand, okay, cool, less of this fuel to be able to get your output of your fuel generator. I kind of wish, though, and I'm sure they thought about this, but I kind of wish that the power output of the fuel generator depended on what kind of fuel you gave it. But then the engine on the fuel generator ran differently depending on which fuel you put in it. So you throw the rocket fuel in there, it's going.
It might be. Yeah, we don't know. Because running turbo fuel in the generators existed in Update 8, so it made sense that they wouldn't change it.
And it gave us the same amount of power and everything.
Yeah, so well, I know rocket fuel has a higher, what is it, megajoule?
Yes, much higher.
Much higher, yeah. So it might be pretty damn crazy.
And that's why I was asking, do we have enough space for the fuel generators?
Yeah. Now, the one thing I do know, and I did happen to accidentally see this, but when you run drones on different fuel types, they have different jets, different colored jets that come out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like if you run it on turbo fuel, it's the jets are like blood red. It's like, oh, that looks cool. So maybe the rocket fuel will be something really cool too. Be pretty nice. Alright, so since I need to do that... Oh. This line doesn't have my frame foundations.
Okay. Refineries! We need 16 of them. And then we gotta run the pipes up here. So for the sake of making the pipes easy for Tundra, I don't need all this foundation anymore.
Yeah, you significantly reduced the amount.
Yeah. I'll try to line up with you there. Alright, refinery output. Oh, turn that around.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Alright.
really wanted to, you could pull a foundation off of one of mine. If you really wanted to center it.
I don't have to be centered. You're perfectly fine with what you got. I'm just lining up refineries so that you can have the pipes come out of here and feed your factory. Alright, this is going to be making residual fuel. And it's going to be overclocked. But not slooped.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. If we had more sulfur, then yeah, could definitely do that.
Yeah, sadly, I can't sloop the drill.
Nope.
It can't magically duplicate what it's drilling. Alright, so that's one. Two. So I'm trying to line them all up side by side. Three. Well, hurry up and build the building. Four. There's the first four. Probably really should make a gap, but I'm not going to. Because, oh, this works out so nicely with the pipes I've got running too. Each pipe will feed 4 of these machines.
Nice.
That's awesome. You wanna build this thing? Boy, I am getting some lag on building.
Yeah, probably because I was building really crazily there for a second.
Now I lost count.
Oh crap.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's half of them. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to line up 16 down this thing.
Yeah, let the steel build back up again. Yeah, that uploader's just so slow.
Maybe what we should do is take a look at what we got over there in the steel factory, and maybe throw in a second uploader.
Yeah, what I was gonna do is I was gonna eventually, like, it'd be hooked up to the train station and then just pull out of the train station to a couple of uploaders. Which works out pretty nicely usually. The heck? Oh, hello, Summer Sloop. Just hanging out. Sadly, it's up in the air, so I gotta land on it.
Oh, did I blow up something that had a summer sloop on it?
I did. I was just like, what is that noise? And it's just like, turn
1,
around and
2,
it's just floating.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, yep, we got room for number 16 right here. Okay. If it ever decides to build it. There it goes. Now, I am fairly certain that the pipes that I've got running down there. Hey, Mars, how you doing? Good to see you. Been a while. All right. Oh, yeah, I am definitely going to have to run pumps on these lines. There's no way that's making it up here. Oh, and I did. You got over by the coal. I already lined them all up in a stacker. So you got 4 belts of coal, and each one's got 600 coal in it.
Okay.
That way, if you want to pull from there, you know, it's already kind of set up for you. It's ugly at the drills.
Parts purchase confirmed.
But once I got
Promotion
into the
delayed by
stacker, then I
X
was like,
times
okay,
part
now the line,
value plus fix it stock
you
value.
know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I've got to figure out how I'm going to run these pipes. How far can you run a pipe?
Pretty freaking far before you need a thing.
Try to line up with this as best I can. Just put that there so that I can see. Oh, it won't reach. Shoot. All right, can't run it as far as I wanted to. No, I definitely do not get the range on the pipe that I really wanted.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then I'll need to come back later and color all the pipes and the machines and everything. Actually, I might ask Thunder to do that because he's got an awesome color code mechanic that he's working with. Kind of helps keep everything uniform.
What's that?
Your color code mechanics, you know, because you've got your hex codes for your colors.
Oh yeah. Do you need some?
Not right now.
Okay. Well, I will
Right.
pull them up.
No. Right now, I'm just running pipes.
My satisfactory color codes here.
Let's
All right.
see.
Well, when you're ready for them, I've got them pulled up.
I've got to figure out how I'm going to run this.
And since we're producing so much, I decided to do we're going to do a dual train station. It's all going to be one train station, but technically it's two. And one train station is going to be for 5 cars of fluid, and the other one's for 10 cars.
Okay.
Because each of my 10-car trains, they're long enough that you can't have one engine, so you have to have 2 in order to pull the weight.
Gotcha.
So that's how it's going to work. So,
Makes sense. I've been doing all right, Mars.
and with that amount of fluid, we could put that rocket fuel power generator somewhere else if we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fluid, a lot of fuel.
It is. We've got to make sure we don't hydrolock.
Yeah. Rocket fuel.
All right. I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to run just a string of foundation out.
Oh, that fit pretty nicely, actually. And an autosave.
All right, Tundra, it's all built and programmed. Well, okay, I gotta do power yet.
Temporary pull power from the other factory. You built on the other side of that canyon?
I moved from it, so I'm on the other side of the canyon from
That's pretty cool.
from that place.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Have a factory on each side of it. Run some train lines up the middle up that hill. Kind of cool.
If you look at the map, I am standing on the input point, looking down the line of the factory.
Okay. Yep, and we'll work out a train line this week to that area.
So I'm in that location. I figure I'm probably pretty much out of the way of anything else. Although
Yeah. I mean, being in the way wouldn't have been a concern, to be honest.
there is a copper mine underneath me there, but
It's fine.
I'm not in the way of it. I'm not in the way of that being accessed. So
Yeah, we don't have that challenge mode going. There's a popular challenge mode which is use all of the nodes on the map. But you can't just use them. You can't just use it and then sync it. You have to use it efficiently.
Yeah, you got to make something with it.
Yeah, you got to make an efficient factory with it.
that could get interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty tough because there's a lot of nodes, a lot of iron, a lot of copper. So it's just like, holy freaking crap.
the issue there would be the math.
Yeah. So there's one person that I know of. They did a they did a mega factory. Like
Oh, I bet their FPS went to hell.
yeah. Luckily, they've got pretty high-end PCs, so it's
Well,
not too
the-
bad.
The question is, do they belt it in or do they rail it in?
Most of it's railed in, but they're also using drones and some belts. They're not
Okay.
they're not too worried about running belts longer distances if it's easier.
They're not picky.
Yeah, they're not picky. Yeah, especially with their rail lines. They're looking at their rail lines. I'm going, I mean,
Hey, if it works.
I get they're on a time crunch because they're doing a live stream and everything, but holy crap. It's like, it's okay. Just have to ignore it. The Mega Factory looks awesome, though. Freaking beautiful. And absolutely massive, I mean. You're talking probably around a couple hundred foundations by a couple hundred.
Time for your mandatory 15-second break.
Yeah.
Because Fix-It cares.
Yeah. They could do what they do in Japan when it comes to work schedule. They do like a mandatory nap time break in the middle of their workday.
Hey, I'd be all for that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. They say it increases production by quite a bit because, yeah, if you're working the straight shift, you're less productive when you get near the end of that shift. But if you took like a small nap in the middle of it,
Yep.
yeah, you'd be more productive throughout the rest of the day. It's like, oh, I want to go there. It'd be amazing.
Well, I mean, I know that a lot of the people that I work with over in Europe, they take their breaks very seriously.
Yeah. It was very serious with DOT as well because it's a government, government entity.
Now, granted, when I say they take them seriously, I had one time I was at a meeting with them. It was midday for me. And we're in the middle of a heavy discussion and everything. And all of a sudden one guy went, "Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Time for me to go."
Yep.
It's like, okay, well, I guess we'll pick this up later.
Yeah. Now, working for DOT there, if you didn't take your mandatory 15-minute break during the day and your lunch break, you could actually get penalized by being sent home without pay.
Wow.
Yep. They're just like, you have to take those breaks because those are given to you by the government. If you do not take those breaks, we get in trouble. So you get in trouble. It's like, holy crap. Like, all right, I'll take my break. I'm sorry.
Interesting. To make these pipes come out looking nice, I actually had to use a mode that I've never used before in making pipes.
Oh, yeah?
The Auto 2D.
Yeah. Never used that before either.
But it lined them up really nicely. Well, because I've got a weird angle,
Yeah.
and doing the noodle was going to cause them to overlap. But when I did the Auto 2D, they made sure that they didn't overlap.
Interesting.
Now, let's see. All right, I don't think we're going to plan on using that limestone for anything.
Nope.
So I'm going to drive over it. The heck is my guy trying to do? He's swinging the noblest like it's a beat 'em stick.
Sometimes those can get bugged.
Yeah, I'm sitting going, that's not efficient use of the noblest.
It's not an approved use.
Alright, let's aim. And I don't mind pipes clipping through the ground because, pipes go through the ground.
Yeah, there's actually a very special thing that I do sometimes when it comes to pipes. Is you put down a platform and then the platform that's usually like 1 to 2 meter thick. That's like right directly on the ground, and then you put 2 floor holes in, or a couple floor holes, whichever. And the 2 floor holes, they're slightly spaced apart. Put a little loop on the top of it, and then underneath you connect to the floor hole, go to where you're trying to go. Keeps the pipe completely underground with these little loops. Got the idea from Factorio with the underground pipe system that is in the game. It's just like, oh, we can do that in Satisfactory too.
I just managed to pet the manta ray
Nice.
Nice.
after trying 4 frickin' times, and every time it would poof back to a different location just as I was about to land on it.
Oh, it's lagging. Yeah, that's best done in a single player or in a local multiplayer. Server kind of laggy.
Well, especially when you start building as much as we have.
At least you ain't hosting it.
Very true. Then your lag would be something special.
Yep.
And I'd be smelling smoke.
Yeah. this game, it gets after a while, it does get very CPU heavy. It really starts ramping up because of all the calculation and everything.
Alright, so that's a spot where we are definitely going to need to put a pump. So I've already counted 3 spots where I need to put pumps. We'll wait for the autosave to finish.
Yeah, probably be a good idea.
I will say this pipeline doesn't look bad with the way I've done it. Hey, it's exiting out of the plastic and rubber factory, and it looks like it's intentional. Granted, with the way the pipes are, you kind of question whether or not it's going in or out. Surface too uneven.
If it won't go, sometimes you can hit the H key and it'll allow you to place it anyway.
Yep, I'm going to see if that was not too far. Okay,
So
perfect.
It's very handy when you're putting down the blueprinter if you get that constant. Surface is too uneven, just lock the hologram and it'll allow you to place it anyway.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Because those blueprinters are so big sometimes it's just there's no good place to put them other than on a foundation. So.
Alright, dude, you are going to be in the way. Yeah, I gotta feel this is gonna need some serious pumpage.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm guesstimating, meters-wise, from down there to up here. That's probably at least 100 meters, if not more. And I haven't even made it up to the foundation. So I still gotta go up even farther. I bet that's too far. Yep. Oh, just barely too far, too. Well, I knew that this build, running the pipelines, that was where the real challenge was going to be.
Mhm.
Not that it's a challenge, but trying to negotiate the landscape. And then figuring out where the heck I'm going to put these pumps. Alright, that will not make it up there yet. So we will put this here.
Yeah, what is this philosophical question?
Why do elephants have 4 feet?
Most animals do.
No, there's a specific answer to this.
Okay.
Because 6 inches would just look silly. That's a bad one.
It's not wrong.
I'm sure in a moment I'll get a groan from a frostbite. It also makes it where, if there's any youngins watching the stream, all they're gonna do is go, I don't get it. and I'll leave it with going, that's good. Alright, then we're gonna bring this up here. Will that go over this? It does go over it. Alright, cool. It will go, wow. Talk about threading the needle. Alright, let's throw up a priority power switch. Well, this way we can easily power stuff up in sections. Kind of a groan. Frostbite going, yeah, please don't.
Not today.
Frostbite told me not to quit my day job.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy is not in my forte.
Me neither.
Okay, I am going to ask Thunder to do something with this section over here, though, to run the power, because I'm right so close to the edge here. I'm going to ask him to do the beam thing rather than me, because I got a feeling he'll be able to line this up perfectly, and it's going to need to be perfect.
You've seen me do it plenty of times.
What's that?
So you've seen me do it plenty of times.
Yeah, just because I saw you do it doesn't mean I was paying attention.
Oh. As I've explained as well. 1 second. Let's get this.
You don't need to come up here anytime soon. I mean, I'm still working on things.
Trying to make a stacked bus. It is interesting. Don't it?
I'm getting real close to having a power switch, and then I'm gonna flip the power switch over here. Things will start happening, and then we can double check our lines for the pumps and make sure that I got fluid making it all the way up where I need it to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only reason I really wanted to kick the thing on. So I want to make sure that the pumps are actually getting us covered where we need to be. And it should. I definitely went overkill on the pumps.
Alright guys, I gotta go make food and my factory's done, so I think I'm going to hop out of here and catch you later.
All right, buddy.
Talk to you later then.
All right, SNY. Have yourself a good evening. Appreciate you leaving me on lurking. The game's got some nice chill music, easy to fall asleep to.
Yep. Of course, when you're watching my videos, you don't need music to fall asleep. I'm just natural at it.
Well, you know, when you got that whole documentary voice.
Yeah, I've been told that. That it's just kind of monotoned.
Just wait for him to do his Satisfactory stream and, you know, talk about the creation of the universe.
The Big Bang happened, 25 million years ago. Just going on.
Because I mean, he's no David Attenborough, so, you know, he can't do things about the lions in the Serengeti.
Yeah. Oh, I know that voice. Yeah. Very well.
Oh, so many of the David Attenborough series that I have put on in the evening going, yep, I want something to fall asleep to. Oh, hey, here he is. All right, there we go. We got our sleep thing.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that his voice is just as recognizable as, like, Walter Cronkite. Then again, you know, depending on the age of my chat, they might not know who Walter Cronkite is. Because, you know, I'm old.
Mm.
Now let's see. Yeah, the oil pumps are already on.
I mean, I'm absolutely horrible with names. Have you ever heard of this actor? It's like, no. And then you show me the face of the actor, and I go, oh yeah, I've seen him plenty of times. I know exactly who that is.
Nerd Garage went, hush, I'm older. But yeah, you were asking me earlier about the person I was talking about, Gibb. So last night I asked Frostbite to actually make a command for him. So yeah, Frostbite, if you go ahead and give him a little bump there in chat, then Tundra will be able to hit the link and see what this guy's doing. Because he just started playing Satisfactory.
Yeah.
As well. So he'll be playing Satisfactory on, I think, Thursday? No, Friday. No, tomorrow. Sorry, I can't remember what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really like that.
It's one of those days that ends in Y.
Yeah. I know exactly which day you're talking about then. I know that day. But I really like that auto shout-out feature.
The auto shout-out feature that you see from other people doing.
Yeah. But me, I'd want it more controlled to where it's only the people that that I put in there, then it shouts them out as soon as they put a chat in.
Right.
Those specific people, not everybody. All I got left is to hook up fuel.
Alright. I'm working on it.
Well, I meant
figured
for me. For me, I've got to hook up fuel on the machines.
Oh, you haven't run the belts yet from the...
How does that?
Well, that means that tonight we'll probably wind up hydrolocking the system. I'm okay with that. But if we get the sulfur and coal over there, then the namesake on the stream will be accurate.
Well, I'll have the fuel pipes done in a minute. I just hadn't hooked it up to the machines yet. And the belts will be probably easy enough to run.
That's what I figured. The only spot where you might want it with a challenge is the sulfur, because it's got weird numbers for us to work with.
Yeah, that's like I said, we'd have to do somewhat of a consolidation storage on some of that. So you run 2 belts into an industrial storage container, and then you run however many to come out,
Right.
and then those belts will be at max speed.
But then you're still cutting down on the maximum amount of sulfur you can get.
No, not exactly. If you're not running in more than your belts can handle coming out, then you're not. Basically, all that does is just equalize the belt speed. So if you've got like a 300 300 and you've got a 150 and you put it into a storage crate, then coming out is it's going to split it evenly between the two belts. Basically just kind of makes your life a little bit easier. That's probably a poor explanation, but
Yeah, I really didn't follow that at all.
okay.
That's got that wall taken care of. Now what I want to do, we're going to continue this right here, all the way across. So basically, I want a buffer wall so I can put the wall holes in. And that way we can use this to use the wall-mounted pipes. But now, I've never checked this. Will it give me a line when I'm lined up? It will not. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Here's the 400. So that goes there. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, okay, yep, this works. All right. So Tundra. Obviously. Here we go. All right. I'll leave those pipe holes for Tundra to run how he wants to run them.
I'm a little busy.
Yep, no worries. Wait. I just realized something looking at this. Your 400 should go on that bottom row.
No, it's a little late for that now.
I'm looking at how the pipes are all set up from upstairs and how I've got everything configured up there. And if we're going to run them clean, that bottom row should be the 400. Otherwise you're gonna have pipes running through each other.
Can you have the pipes running through each other behind the wall? To where it's hidden?
You can if you want to. I set up wall holes and everything for you so that you can just pull from there and line that up however you want it.
Wait, how did you manage to do that though? Because your machines are doing 100 each, right?
Yeah, the thing
So-
is that the pipe hole for the 400 is the farthest one away.
Probably be. It might be easier
It-
to rearrange.
It's the
Yeah.
pipe hole that's farthest on the right. Oh yeah, I could do that. I suppose I could do that for you.
Yeah, because I'd have to, for me to swap mine to the opposite side, I'd have to completely remove all of my junctions and all of my lift pipes, and then change the height on all of them so that they're lined up to the correct piping.
Tundra's over here being all difficult and shit.
Well, I told you that we already decided the top one was going to be the 400 when you were building that. So
That should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah, for those who don't know, we like giving each other hard times
Oh yeah.
all the time.
All right, yeah, I got it fixed up here. There you go.
It's easy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Tundra just doesn't like me to be lazy. That's what it is. All right. So, if you are standing on top of your factory, and you're facing where I've got those refineries at, the pipe on the far left is your 400.
Okay.
The other two are your 600s.
Sounds good.
I'll let you run that pipeline down the wall however you want to. I am going to work on powering this thing up. Because this won't do us any good if we don't have power going. We got power there. So we're going to do this like that. It's so hard to tell how high up I am. Yeah, I keep on.
That rocket fuel's not helping. Just watch you go to space. Oh, I think I just landed. I hope.
What just landed?
I said I hope I just landed.
Oh, because yeah.
Yeah, it was close.
Yay, autosave. But the work that Tundra and Bitviper put into this is absolutely epic. But now, I don't want to discount Squirrel either because he's got a heat sink factory from hell.
Thing is bonkers. But it works.
It does.
That one server that I'm a part of, they have a showcase channel where you can showcase your Satisfactory builds. There's this one dude, and I think the best way to explain his factory builds is rave party madness.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he really loves his pinks and greens. That is all of his light colors. His pinks and greens, everything's color coded and in pinks and greens, and there's belts and pipes and hyper tubes and train lines. It's all like just. It all has. It is weird too. Like it's crazy mess when you first look at it, and then you really look closely, and it's all kind of got an order to it as well.
It's still coordinated.
Yeah. It's strange, very very strange.
Hey, if it works.
Yeah, and it seems to work. And yeah, when I looked at it, I responded. I was just like, I have no words other than rave party. Freaking great, man. And that kind of thing is cool because then you can really see what other people and how their build styles are and whatnot.
Oh yeah. I mean, because I've got my own build style. You got your own build style. Now, granted, my build style has changed a lot in my time playing with you.
It sure has.
Because when you and I first started playing together, I built the make it happen factories. Ah! I'm actually glad I had rocket fuel this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was doing a deep dive off the deep end there, and if I hadn't had rocket fuel, I would have gotten the
Yeah.
just line this stuff up. So when he's ready to flip the switch on his place, he will have everything.
Just all the things.
All right. Let's take that. Connect that there. That connects there. That connects there. Wait, why are those running? We're supposed to be going through the power thing. Oh, I screwed up somewhere.
Happens.
I'm gonna keep plugging everything up, and then I'll go back and double check the plug into the priority power switch. Because the priority power switches, by default, are powered off.
Yeah, same with the regular ones. The switch is off. It doesn't just immediately power on as soon as you give it power.
Thank you, autosave.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for saving the progress. Very handy.
Alright. What is going on here? Oh, that's what it is. I see it. I see the problem. That was an easy fix. Alright. Now it's powered on. Woo! We're getting so close to our consumption. production capacity. All right. Fuel's turned on.
Sweet. Just running my power lines at the moment. Alright, so I've got 2 belts of coal. One's gonna need to be 600, the other one, as long as it's over 4.
You got 4 belts of 600, so
Yeah, but I only need 2.
all right. So we are down to just wait for Thunder to run the belts and stuff the way he wants them to look, and then we'll have rocket fuel.
Well, do you want to run the belts down here?
Well, like I said, I wanted you to run them the way you want them to because, if I do it, it's just gonna be damn spaghetti.
Well, getting here is okay. Getting it hooked up. Because I'm, going to be running the pipes next, and if we want this done.
How do you need the sulfur divided?
What was it? 2, 4.
Because
I
I've
need
3 sulfur nodes, 1 pure, 1 normal, 1 impure.
I need two belts of at least 600. Probably of 600, because we're needing 1600 sulfur, and that's going to be producing 1680, right? Because of the
Right.
80. So 2 belts of 600, 1 of 4. That's going to be interesting to try and put together.
Yep, I'll go play with that. I think I know how to do that. So 2 belts of 600 and 1 of 4. Alright, so that's gonna be 780 per minute. This is gonna be 600 per minute. So 2 6s and a 4, basically just like we did the liquid.
Yep, exactly that.
Wait a minute. 300 plus 600 is 900. That's 1680. Oh, that's gonna be. That's gonna be some really strange belt work. It's gotta have a weird mix of mergers and splitters. I could. That's 600 per minute there. So that's one of his 600s. This 300. That's 780. So that's 1080 per minute. How about two 540s and a 600?
Wouldn't be able to. Each machine needs 200.
Okay. I mean, granted, my smart play is still... Smart play is still having the two machines going into one industrial storage. Oh! Duh. It's gonna balance. It'll balance itself out.
What's that?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the impure and the pure. I'm gonna run them into an industrial storage container.
Yeah, so consolidation storage.
And then have two belts running out of it. Now, granted, those belts are at 540, but because they're both coming out of that machine, and because of how you're gonna connect things up, they're gonna balance themselves out.
I mean,
See where I'm going with that?
technically, out of that storage container, they're both going to be at 780 speed because of
Right.
that. But eventually that
But it would, in theory, and eventually it would balance itself out, right?
would. You'd hope so.
All right.
Yeah, you only got 80 per minute to play with here. That you're going to have extra. So.
So, all right, let me put. Oh, Casper! Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, or £2 super chat.
Casper.
Much appreciated, brother. How you doing, Casper? And what are you doing awake? I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying. Alright, bring up this conveyor belt alongside of this. That way we know that's the 600.
Okay,
And
the way
that.
and the way this is set up is the same exact as the pipes. The top belt needs to be the 400.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll literally just be taken from the industrial storage container, and it'll go to the top and the middle, and then the bottom belt will have its own dedicated drill.
Okay, so the bottom belt would be the just normal 600 or...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes sense.
I got no idea how I'm gonna run it down there, but
I've got you part of the way. A little bit.
I don't think I can run a belt all the way down there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do lifts.
Yeah, I don't know how to do a double lift off of the off of a storage container.
Oh, jeez.
I got you, buddy. But thank you so much for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. Oh, and I gotta take a little bit of time, but I've got all the things in place. I got all the stuffs and doings and everything, all that finished. I got the last couple things to put in place, and then memberships will be going live. So memberships should be going live in the next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks. Hold on, I gotta look at the calendar. One, two. Wow. We might actually have memberships going live for my birthday.
Yeah.
So I mean that'll be a hell of a celebration. We'll be celebrating birthday and celebrating memberships going live. That's a big celebration there. I still gotta learn how to get the. I'll just have to look at 6 because I believe Me6 does it all for me. But getting it where there'll be specific Discord channels, whatnot, that are members only access. And then it automatically goes and checks to see who's a member.
Oh yeah, I always like that.
But then what'll wind up happening there is that then most of my dedicated servers will all become members only servers. So a lot of my dedicated servers are intended to be community games. They're intended to be that kind of thing. And then I got to follow the suit with the way that Casper's does things, the way that Da Vinci's done things, and set up the rules and all that kind of stuff. Rules and regulations and all that kind of wonderful things. And it's sad because you gotta be detailed with it. But when you read through all the rules, there's like 12, 13, 14 rules. But you read through all the rules, and if you want to basically get a small synopsis of the rules are very, very simple. Don't be an ass. There you go. That's it. That's the entirety of the rules. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we are so freaking close.
Only because I don't want us to run out of heavy oil when us being this close to getting this fixed.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna run out. I imagine that's full by now.
Oh, there's no plastic or rubber on the belts at all.
Oh, so your lines are full then, or your pipes?
Yep. Well, because the fuel's not getting used.
Yeah.
Let's flush the fluid buffers. Flushing the fluid buffers should, in theory, get making the plastic rubber again. Unless something else has us hold up. Oh no, that was the crude oil. Shit. Alright, that's got everything running again. Alright, now. Well, and the whole reason we need to put sinks in place is because as this thing fills up, we are going to wind up getting full. But now, the awesome sink is really, really big. We don't have a lot of space for that. So, oh, wait, what if I do that? Oh, that'll work. Put this here. Then this is gonna be weird, but it'll work. I'm gonna put smart splitters at the end of your belts on the train.
Okay.
Alright, so that goes there, that goes there.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Oh,
Yeah, because what'll end up happening is after that front car gets full, it'll just start draining the entire train station into the sink.
oh, okay, yeah,
So you want
that's
to
a
put
bad idea.
the smart splitter before the train station. I know because I've accidentally done it. And went, holy crap! There's nothing going to this train station. Oh, it's all going to the sink. Okay, well.
Alright, well then, because we have to have 2 sinks, 1 for each belt. And then we'll just, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do it this way. One, 2, 3, 4. We'll come over on this side. And we'll put smart splitters. One there. And then just make sure it's lined up. Right output. Overflow. And same thing with this. Overflow. All right, and then that's gonna run up to the top here. Okay, that wasn't quite straight. I tried to get it as straight as I could.
Oops. Do not do that. Not you. The game. Made a slight error in placing my power line.
Oh, come on.
Okay, rocket fuel factory is hooked up to a priority power switch. I'm temporarily pulling power from your fuel.
Okay.
Clean it up later.
We're gonna get power to these.
Why did I jump off that without a jetpack? Had the hover back on.
I have no idea. Why would you do that?
I've done it before. I was just like thinking I have the jetpack on, and I go and jump off of something and go, well, crap.
Oh no, we don't want to package the sink, knucklehead. We actually have a plan for this rocket fuel. It's actually going to be fueling an additional power plant. Now, chances are we're going to, run on the rail over. All right, that's got the rubber done. Now I need to do the same thing with plastic. And we're going to do that over here like this.
Over that big space.
Yep.
Yeah, you want me to do anything?
We got the rocket fuel turned on.
No, I haven't turned it on yet. Figured you could flip the switch.
Oh, all right. Oh, can you double check? Double check how I ran things to the train.
Yeah, you did fine.
Okay. That's gonna be Oh, you already took care of that?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, that will ensure that plastic and rubber has a place to go. Oh, that needs to be powered on. Oh, looks like you already powered it on. Alright, cool.
Figure these are mostly temporary just to make sure everything stays running.
Alright. Got that set. Got that set. We got tons of plastic and rubber being made now. That way Bit Viper can use all of it again and make us go WTF.
Yep.
Oh, you want to go ahead and color code the pipes? That would be awesome.
Oh, those? Those are just black. Oh, wait, no, that's heavy oil.
The pipes, yeah, the pipes that we have down there.
Figure we'd do that in a minute. You got a factory to turn on.
Yep, yeah, I'm just double checking. All right.
Good job.
Did I just die?
Yes.
Can you come pick me up, please?
Oh, yeah, I forgot we could revive. I just watch you just face plant.
Thank you. All right. Where you get your priority power switch?
You died next to it.
Oh. All right, here we go, chat. Rocket fuel.
There we
And
go.
we didn't bust any breakers turning it on either.
That's good.
That was my big concern about this place.
And it's full of fuel. That was quick.
Wait, it's already full of. Oh,
It made it very quickly. It's just like on for a few seconds, and it's like, nope, done.
wow! Woo!
Fireworks.
You didn't make any place for this stuff to go?
Not yet. I figured the more important was getting it hooked up.
Oh no, I'm with you. But all right. So the compacted coal is gonna get sunk. So we're gonna sink all the compacted coal coming out of these.
Yep. Yeah, I'll finish this up and
All right.
get it hooked up to the train station into the sink.
Well, there we go, chat. Rocket fuel factory is complete. We actually have functioning rocket fuel. Now, granted, we still had some other things we wanted to do. We'll have to save that for next week. But you know, we do want to take some of this, package it, and send it up into the dimensional depot.
Yep, I'm gonna run a little package line over here, or a little plastic line.
Oh wait, no, you can't.
Oh no, we still can't. Yep.
The aluminum.
Yep. So basically, I'd bring the rocket fuel over somewhere else to do that, because as is a really long ways for one little car of aluminum.
So I'm thinking that what we're going to do is next week it's going to be factory cleanup day.
Factory cleanup day.
Yeah. So we're going to go take a look at the aluminum factory. We're going to go take a look at some of the older factories that we have that are not running at optimal.
Modular engines needs a full teardown.
That's a whole separate project. That's just a whole project just in itself. I will be more than happy to come over and help out with it. But yeah, that's one we're just going to dedicate a stream to go. All right, rebuild modular engines.
Yep. And if we want to make thermal propulsion rockets, we're going to have to do that.
So, but I would like to. I think next week I'd like to focus on the aluminum factory and try getting that thing more streamlined. Yeah, I think it's as streamlined as I can get it right now.
Is it using
with the belt with the belt speed?
Is it using the new aluminum recipes?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. If I remember, yeah. No, I'm using the new aluminum recipes because there's no silica output or anything coming from it.
Yep.
So.
And you're using pure aluminum ingot.
Right. I have to double check that. I think so.
Yeah, you wouldn't be making aluminum ingots otherwise if you had no silica.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm using the best aluminum option we have, but I feel like there's some adjustments that could potentially be made to that factory. And he snagged a clip. Nice.
Snagged a clip?
Yeah. And probably the clip he grabbed was, all right, we powered it on, and now it's full. Well, shit.
That was pretty good. Yeah, I was more focused on input, getting it running.
But I'm excited. We have rocket fuel.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take it somewhere else on the map. And we'll do some fuel power generation
Yeah.
until
Yeah, we're gonna do the full 10-car train that I have available here to move it.
we're gonna have to.
Well, not only have to, but also a 10-car train is like, it's beautiful. It's just like very, very nice, especially when it's all liquid cars.
So, I mean, that's going to make for one epic fuel generator setup. Now, what's going to have to happen, though, is that I'm going to have the rocket fuel already delivered so I can run one pipe of rocket fuel to one fuel generator so I can figure out how much fuel is the generator going to use when I've got it maxed out. And then we can go, all right, we're making this much fuel, so that means we need to make this many generators. And we'll probably wind up making a couple industrial buffers.
Well, you're gonna have to, because when the train station unloads, all the liquid gets cut off.
Right, and that's what I thought.
But let's do that. Let's do this right now. There you go. Look behind you.
Oh, hold on, give me a second. Not at my desk, but I hear the fuel generator going.
I've got it maxed out.
I hear that thing fully revved up.
Yeah, it uses 10.42 a minute. That is very little. That's a lot.
And we're making how much?
All right, so 2,400 divided by 1042. 2.42. 230.32 generators.
Oh my god!
And let's just do 230. 230 times 625. Is that what it does?
Well, I mean,
That's
who needs nuclear power?
Yeah, that so 230 generators at 625 megawatts each, 143,750 megawatts.
And that's not including the bonus that we're getting from the power boost.
Yeah.
So, with the power boost, it did change its sound when I interacted with it.
Yeah, that's a bug on the servers or on dedicated servers.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because it had some fancy power.
Oh, I didn't. These do look a little bit better than the Update 8 power generator. Haven't really looked closely at them. There's a little more detail.
So we need to make. Good God, that's a whole stream of just putting down fuel generators and then running a pipeline.
And blueprint it. Actually, we could blueprint part of the pipeline process, hooking it up to the fuel generator, as well as power. Like we could do the power and the pipeline connection to the junction all in one go in one blueprint, and that'll make it so much faster. Because then you could just slam them down. You just have to connect in between.
Yeah, this thing being maxed out. And wow. It is barely using any fuel that we're making.
Yep.
I mean, he's got one pipe running from one machine. That's it. This machine is making. Oh wait, this one's not fully overclocked.
They're not. No. The math worked out better when it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Oh, and we're supposed to sloop these. Remember?
If we want to, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna sloop them.
All right, fine. 230 times 2 is. That
Oh,
is.
this has been too much fun.
Yeah.
And then, well, the fun part is doing that final math there at the end to go. Well, yeah, we can fix our power problem.
Yep, we can produce 287,500 megawatts.
Just from this factory.
Yep, just from this
That's
8
not including
blenders.
what we currently have.
Nope.
But, you know, I want to use the rocket fuel for a few things. You know, we're wanting to use the rocket fuel to have going to the storage depot for us.
Yeah, that's not going to be very much, though.
No. But the thing is, I need to get aluminum ran over here. I need fuel ran over to aluminum.
Yeah,
Either way.
I'd rather run the fuel over to the aluminum. Over to get stuff down here, there's so much so much real estate with rail, just for one little train, one single car train. It's like,
Yeah,
run
whatever
the fuel
works
out.
the best. You know, drop off some fuel there, and then we'll package it. And that's what I was saying is that, and because of that, it's like the fact that we know we have to have aluminum to make the packaging. That's why I was wanting to look at next week of really focusing on that aluminum factory and seeing what we can do with it.
Yeah, we can definitely do a spruce up on it, I'm sure.
Because yeah. Well, there's no question on that. Because even with what I threw down, it's working, it's doing its thing. It was still a bit slapdash.
Yeah, put it together so you get other stuff done.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Oregon. Good to see you, man. It's been a while. So, all right. Well, chat, we are rolling up on the midnight hour. We have gotten what we wanted to accomplish tonight. And I mean, this was a project.
Yep.
But that means that now the rubber and plastic are running into the trains. So he'll be able to use those to transfer that material wherever we need to. Raid Bear when I get done. I don't know, man. Bear never sends me a raid, But I'll take a look, and yeah, it'll probably be Bear because it's that late at night. But yeah, no, I hear you, Oregon. I'm just being a little cheeky. It's late. I've had a couple drinks. This looks amazing. I mean, I love the spiral with the train, and I noticed that the spiral with the train travels a hell of a lot better than it used to.
Oh yeah, the accordion train has been fixed for the most part. So
I mean, we still encounter the twerking trains as we're running the line, but you know.
I don't know. That was the only one too. That was the only train that was doing that. Who knows what? I was confused.
But I mean, we ran the lines up from there. We got our nitrogen going. We got. I mean, we got. We finished 2 whole factories tonight. Because you got my factory up here making the fuel. And then you got his factory down there making the rocket fuel. And it was definitely a combined effort between the two of us. So I mean, we made some stuff happen. Oh, I love the pipe work you did along the wall down there. The pipe work, the conveyor work, the way you've got that all set up, it looks phenomenal.
I knew I was going to need a lot, and I didn't want to take up all the space. So I was like, I'll do a vertical bus instead.
But it looks, not to discount myself, but it looks so much better than anything that I think I would have come up with. Oh, thank you there, Oregon. Yeah, smash that like button. All right, well, the server's going to restart in 10 minutes, so I guess it's time to wrap up the stream.
Yep.
All right, give me just a moment here, chat. Let me hit the edit button. Let's take a look. Wow, 30 viewers.
Heck yeah. Gotta go with all.
Like I said, don't forget to hit that. Don't forget to hit that like button. It really makes a difference on the channel. But yeah, we finally got our rocket fuel going. Next game or next week we'll get things going to make things happen. And all right, well, Oregon, I'm gonna go with your suggestion because everybody else I see that's on is not doesn't have a game going that I'm interested in. So, all right, chat. So we're gonna wrap up here. Thank you so much for everybody that's been here. Thank you everybody that's been here. Hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. You guys are epic. Appreciate all the support, and even just being there as a viewer. You know, that's absolutely amazing. I'll be hitting the end stream button here in a second. But I'm gonna send you guys over to go visit, and y'all make sure to give him some love. Tell him DDG sent you. All right, y'all have a great night, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Later. Alrighty then. Well, with that though, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory on the dedicated server. Just a quick little reminder, if you'd like to check out Dragon's channel, link to his channel will be down in the description below of this video, along with a link, or along with him and others, almost went with the wrong one, along with him and others on my main YouTube page underneath the friendly content creators section. So if you get the chance, definitely check them out. But yeah, so yep, quite a lot to do in between episodes. Got to get this factory hooked up to the train station and whatnot, so we can actually start getting this filled. But it is pretty late, so I won't do it tonight. But we got quite a bit done, you know, very, very nice. Get quite a bit of fuel, quite a bit of fuel, quite a bit of stuff being made. Him and his chaotic pipes. And then I did the chaotic coal belts getting on here in here, but yeah, it works pretty good. Yeah, anyway, like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.